Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 3 of the Chelsea career mode on FIFA 15. We had some fantastic responses to the previous 2 episodes in this series that went down phenomenally well. You guys have supported the start of this series more than I could ever even have imagined. So if we could get over 500 likes again on today's episode, that would be absolutely epic. You guys give me loads of feedback in the comment section for players to sign, and actually quite a few of them were on the shortlist that I'd already put together before I'd even shown you those videos. One of them, of course, Aymeric Laporte from Athletic Bilbao, a really good, promising centre-back that had a massive upgrade from 14 to 15, and looks like he's going to be able to progress quite nicely into the high 80s as well. So we picked him up. Another player that wasn't suggested, but a player I've wanted to pick up for a couple of years now on career mode and never have gotten around to doing, is Junior Malanda, the young Belgian holding mid from Wolfsburg. Of course, we've already brought in William Carvalho. We signed him in yesterday's episode. If you missed it, there'll be an annotation in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Of course, feel free to check the channel page for it. But in the first friendly of today's episode, we've got quite a few kids in there. Nathan Ake and Todd Kane starting at centre-back and right-back respectively. Got Loic Remy starting up top. Well, obviously not a kid, a new signing to the club. This is our second friendly. We had the first one yesterday in which we were able to come out with a win against RC Lens. Hoping to have a similar sort of result here against Sassuolo if we possibly could. Mohamed Salah started and actually had his cross deflected there, but the heavy touch on his chest from Ramirez beautifully set him up to be able to volley that into the back of the net. I don't think the defender was ready for that chest from Ramirez to be, I guess, such a poor one. I thought he was just going to chest it down right in front of him, take a touch and then hit it, but you can see from the replay the chest actually knocks it a good 10 yards before he even makes connection with the shot itself. But what a hit, volleyed right into the top corner. Goalkeeper absolutely no chance, stood there unable to move, couldn't get his feet set, doesn't even try to save it, and we go 1-0 up. But just a few minutes later, literally straight up the other end they came. Biondini stands the ball up into the box. Misiroli beats Nathan Ake in the air, and unfortunately they peg us back to 1-1 pretty much immediately, and then their guy seems to really quite over-celebrate, to be completely honest. There's 3 different running celebrations before eventually the game actually skipped the replay, but still, we're heading into the end of the second half now. As you can see, a lovely ball over the top for Willian to make chase on. He's got fantastic speed in those legs, Willian, and he works so hard for the full 90 minutes. Into Lewis Baker, good shot, well saved by the goalkeeper down low, but it drops only as far as Ramirez with a tidy side-footed finish, picks up his and our second of the game to give us a 2-1 win in the second friendly. Really pleased to come away with an exactly the same scoreline as we did in the first game against Lens. It proves that we are at least consistent regardless of the starting 11 that we're putting out. So we've got the third friendly still to come in this episode, but as you can see, John Obi Mikel has been sold to Borussia Mönchengladbach for £7.5 million, 6.5 of which will go straight into the transfer budget to try and bring in some new talent. One player of which could be Ricardo Rodriguez. We put a big offer in of £11 million, which was accepted, so we're having a go at offering him a contract now. Now, you guys actually suggested him quite regularly in the comment section as well. Another player that I put on my initial shortlist before I got any feedback, and a player that you guys actually seem to agree would be a good player for the club. So we're going to try and bring him in. Obviously, we're rejecting offers for Oscar. This is like the 4th or 5th offer we've had come in from him. We've had offers from Man United, Manchester City, Atletico Madrid now, as you can see, and a couple of others. But Junior Malanda has accepted the contract. He's going to become our second signing. William Carvalho was our first. Junior Malanda is our second. Both of them will fight it out for a rotation spot in the starting lineup as John Obi Mikel moved on. But as you can see, another contract was accepted from Ricardo Rodriguez, coming in for £11 million on a wage of just £60,000 a week, which is superb. Exactly the sort of player I was looking for to fill that rotation role at wing-back, and another player who actually we got quite cheap. They wanted initially almost £30 million for him. We were able to agree a fee of 14, and he too is only on £60,000 a week. 81 rated at 20 years old. A superb potential signing, and hopefully he'll be able to do well all throughout this series. As you can see, starting against Hellas Verona, it are all of the new signings with Rodriguez at left-back, Zuma and Laporte at centre-back, with Malanda and Carvalho at CDM. Pushed Cesc Fabregas up to Cam, maybe to give him a little bit more attacking freedom. Hazard and Schürrle wide of Didier Drogba through the middle. Ivanovic at right back and Courtois in goal, as opposed to Cech, who played in the first game of this episode. A player that I think I am going to keep hold of. I can't kind of find it in me to sell Petr Cech, so I think Cech's going to be our cup goalkeeper and Courtois will be our league goalkeeper, or at least that's the intention heading into this season. But we start off on the front foot here. As you can see, Shirley linking up well with Drogba, and he gets the run on the defender, Didier, and it's a great powered header into the back of the net. 23 minutes in, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. And Drogba was going to be involved again in this second move here. As you can see, just before half-time, Eden Hazard driving around the outside of the defence. Cheeky little cutback, finds Didier in the box. First touch, dummies the defender, and a swift finish into the bottom corner. 40 minutes in, it's 2-0. Didier has 2 to his name, and so do we. So, just before half-time, again, in fact, in stoppage time now at the end of the first half, Didier again involved, plays the ball off here to Eden Hazard. Good ball over the top to Branislav Ivanovic. Does like to push forward the Serbian, stands the ball up, Didier's there unmarked, and he has himself a first half hat-trick. Not done that since the final day of the season 2010-2011, was it? When we won the league under Carlo Ancelotti with a big 8-0 win over Wigan Athletic at Stamford Bridge. But Didier back in blue. Superb to have him back from Galatasaray, and clearly he's going to have an effect on the way the team plays this year. We're going to pick up a fourth. Junior Malanda on his unofficial debut does pop the ball into the top corner again, utilising Hazard's pace down that right hand side. You've seen in these highlights how crucial his counter-attacking pace has been to us so far in this pre-season alone. So hopefully he can have just as good an impact when we come to competitive fixtures, starting of course tomorrow. But they're actually going to get themselves one back here. I was so concerned with him cutting the ball back to the man in the middle, I left the man square completely open, so they brought it back to 4-1 in the 73rd minute, and we still weren't done for the second half. Get the initial ball clear with a nice header from Kurt Zuma, but then they're just going to end up playing the ball around me. It's great strength from Saviola to shrug off Oscar, and then a tidy finish makes it 4-2 in the 87th minute, and we still weren't done for the second half, although back up the other end of the pitch this time, Diego Costa, who had come on for Didier Drogba, draws a good save out of the goalkeeper before eventually Carvalho's going to find himself on the ball on the edge of the box. And he's going to drill it in towards Diego Costa. Good turn, unfortunately tackled well, but Oscar picks up on the loose ball, buries it into the back of the net, and we get ourselves a 5-2 victory. So 3 wins from all 3 of the friendlies, although apart from that last one against Verona, the opening 2 were particularly difficult. I am struggling to defend, it has to be said, on FIFA 15 so far. I'm a little bit apprehensive about how we're going to get on in the opening few games of the Barclays Premier League season, because I'm not too confident of not slipping up against Burnley and Leicester. As you can see, our first 2 fixtures. We do have the official fixture list from the Barclays Premier League this season, so we will start away from home against Burnley and then follow that up a week later with a game against Leicester at Stamford Bridge, which will of course come in tomorrow's episode. So I think we're done transfers in wise. I may still move a couple of the kids out on loan if I possibly can, if we get bids in, but we'll just have to wait and see. Time will tell. But that's all for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Of course, drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and follow me on Twitter if you don't already. Links to all 3 of those social platforms you can see on screen will be in the description down below. We'll have My Player episode number 2 tonight, and that is not to be missed. We score a phenomenal goal in that episode, so definitely check that out in your sub boxes at 8 PM. Of course, there's a schedule in the description and on the About tab of the channel page if you don't know what and when I upload, and that will tell you exactly when to expect which particular videos from me. But like I say, that's all for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like, leave me a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time.